As part of its commitment to delivering simpler and smarter solutions for its customers, Union Bank launched SpaceNXT, a purpose-designed co-creation hub for techpreneurs, innovators, and creators at its head office in Lagos. SpaceNXT, according to Chief Executive Officer of Union Bank, Mr. Emeka Okonkwo, provides an enabler for visionaries, techpreneurs, and tech enthusiasts to converge and share innovative ideas.
SpaceNXT is an idea whose time has come. And I'm sure that most of us here will agree with me that it's an idea whose time has come. Because globally, technology is breaking boundaries and is becoming a key driver for economic growth and social development. It is revolutionizing the way we work and live and in the way we interact in this rapidly changing world. Closer to home, I'm sure you will agree that our techpreneurs, which is a very nicely coined word, techpreneurs, are putting Nigeria on the map, especially among from the youthful population of the country. With innovative products and solutions, many of which are getting attention globally. These solutions are driving advancement not only locally, but globally across the various continents of the world. But still, the long-term success of our tech ecosystem will likely depend on effective partnerships. Nobody can do it on their own, and collaborative efforts, where the sum of the different parts can be said to be greater than the individual summations. Therefore, it is critical that we create enabling spaces where innovators, visionaries, tech enthusiasts can converge to share ideas and create solutions that can move the nation and the world forward. For us at Union Bank, this is the why behind the SpaceNXT. That is the project we are launching this morning, which is an innovative co-creation hub and launching pad for techpreneurs, creators, and innovators in Nigeria. As you can see, and as you will experience as we go on during the guided tour of the space, SpaceNXT is purpose-designed to inspire and encourage innovative thinking. Our vision is that SpaceNXT will be the go-to space for thinkers and creators to converge, collaborate, co-create, and showcase what is possible within an enabling environment.
Mr. Olatunbosun Alake, Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on Innovation, lauded Union Bank for creating a sandbox for cultural change through innovation and technology.
One of the things that innovation really connotes is culture change, right? And one of the things that is happening here is that you are allowing a sandbox for culture change, because culture change really allows innovation, right? Really is one of the underlying tenets for invention and springing up new ideas. And so I must say that this is the right direction really to go. And so even in Lagos State, we had to take a look and say, look, there needs to be a sandbox for culture change, right? There needs to be a sandbox where we put some of the enabling levers together to really drive innovation and technology. Because in our perspective, this is the only way we can move this country forward, right? And that is why today we are counting Union Bank as one of our partners in this movement. Union Bank establishes itself as a bona fide partner in the innovation and technology sector today. We are excited. We are bullish about the future of young people in Lagos State, in Nigeria generally, despite of all of the negatives that are in the news cycle today. We believe there is a silver lining, and we believe that young people are a key to the future of Nigeria. And that is why, we are putting our money where our mouth is, and we are glad that Union Bank is doing the same. So I really want to thank the staff of Union Bank that has really put this together. and put all of these resources in place. I want to encourage Union Bank to put all of its might behind SpaceNXT, because that could be the next generation for Union Bank. Thank you very much.
Lola Cardoso, the Executive Director and Head Retail Banking, Union Bank, described SpaceNXT as a catalyst for broader collaboration between the bank and the tech ecosystem.
This is definitely a sandbox for our own culture change, but also importantly, the sandbox for change and innovation as we think about Lagos and Nigeria, which we have always been very proud to call ourselves a partner to all of Nigeria. And we want to be a trusted partner. We have been for the last 105 years, and we want to be for the future generations. So we definitely have the space to do that. We have not just the space, but the people, the vision, and the commitment to do this. Knowing that the space was not just for ourselves as a Union Bank community, but for our customers who are plotting their way within technology, or their creators or their innovators, but also with the ecosystem, right? So whether it's within the research and development space, whether it's our young Nigerians coming after us, and those that are even unborn, but we had thought through the space from a co-creation perspective and the need to collaborate. One of the questions about this space is not just about thinking, it's about doing. So there's a prototype room that actually allows us to apply our thoughts, test the thoughts, and get feedback. And I say our because in some cases they're all part of our ecosystem. So I look forward to taking you through the different rooms. The prototype room is certainly important, and all the other spaces allow for collaboration and co-creation, and that's a running theme through this space.
Mr. Emeka Okonkwo and Lola Cardoso speak further on the value of SpaceNXT to Union Bank's integrated financial services.
The SpaceNXT is an expression, this project is an expression of the fact that we consider digital as a leading aspect of our strategy. This space, like you know, is meant to give an opportunity for techpreneurs, young people, innovators to share space, share ideas, and co-create in a conducive environment that will encourage and prosper innovation and productivity.
The big focus and the vision was around enabling Nigeria's success, or the success of Nigerians, but in particular, a lot of the young Nigerians in the technology space, but also in the creative space. We recognize the creative energy that exists in Nigeria, and we wanted to be part of it, not just as a spectator or as a supporter on the sidelines, but to be a supporter at the center. So this space was curated specifically to enable collaboration, not just Union Bank and the ecosystem, but even within the ecosystem. So essentially a co-creative space for those that are thinkers, doers, techpreneurs, and those that are in the creative space. Because when we think about Nigeria and we think about even Union Bank's history of 105 years, it essentially was to allow us participate in the development and the sustenance of the future to come. So we're quite excited because it not only allows us drive innovation within ourselves, within us as a community Union Bank and our customers, but also with the ecosystem, those that bank or don't bank, but recognize that they are a player within the space. So that was really the vision behind the space. And as you may have seen, each of the rooms were curated and the spaces to allow the collaboration across different genres, different tech ventures, and those that may not know themselves, even strangers, will be in the same space to think and do and get the support that is required.
We look at it as something that should be welcome. We want to be in the middle of that disruption. Therefore, as far as fintech companies are concerned, we are looking more around collaboration as opposed to competition. And we are hoping that this space will create a welcome opportunity for that collaboration to be extended. Like I said, we see the disruption that is happening in the financial industry sector as a very welcome development, and we want to be at the forefront of it, which is why we are looking and believing, and we will take steps to see that this space creates the opportunity for that increased engagement between the fintech industry and us as a bank.
So essentially, beyond the space is what also happens in the space. The intention is to also have things like hackathons and have pitch sessions where they're pitching to those that have funds and gives them access and visibility. So there's a lot that has been imagined for this space. There's a lot that we've committed to doing in this space, not by ourselves, but obviously in partnership with techpreneurs, in partnership with Lagos State, given the special advisor that was here today for innovation and technology, Mr. Olatunbosun Alake, and the broader ecosystem. So indeed, it's not just bringing us closer for our own sake, but closer from the perspective of what we can do together for the benefit of themselves, but also Nigeria at large.
For the executive team members of SpaceFinish, the developers of the SpaceNXT, it marks a new dawn for creating an enabling environment for creativity, innovation, and productivity.
When we were designing the space, we ensured that we had like a lot of unique features in every individual space. Now, to tailor to work-life balance, we have spaces such as like the cafe and the nap room. The cafe is designed to foster community and connections within teammates using the space. And then the nap room is to also help with rejuvenation when a teammate is tired and would like to take a quick power nap, right? Other spaces which are key features are like the events room, where we just had like the lunch. And that event room is supposed to serve multi-purpose functions to host professional events and also social engagements.
We are beginning to research it in line of the future of work. We want to tell the story of the future of work for Africa. We want it to be Africa themed and Africa focused. We noticed that a lot of organizations outside are defining future of work and hybrid work for themselves, and we are just tapping into what that is. But at SpaceFinish, we are saying, what is the future of work for Africans? What does it look like for us? How do we begin to show that with our partners? And the Union Bank space is one of those opportunities that we had to do that in the elements we used, which are visually expressive of who we are and what we are about, the history of the organization and how that is embedded in different spaces. And what it allows you to be inspired. So when you're thinking about being innovative, when you're here, when you're supposed to close at 5 o'clock and you're just comfortable and you're excited about what's around you, your productivity level goes up because you're not fatigued. You're probably, before you know, it's 7 p.m. and you're like, oh, I'm still here because it's almost more comfortable than your home, right? And when you begin to add all these, well, in sports, there's something they talk about called intangibles. When you begin to add all these intangibles together, things that you can't quite measure on a metric sheet, you begin to see that the intangibles add so much to the tangibles at the end of the day. And that's why when we engage our clients, the conversation we have with them is, working with SpaceFinish, we're helping secure your investment. You are investing in whatever we create for you. And those investments lead to the metrics we talked about: increased brand equity, increased company valuation, retention, recruitment, because that is what will drive profitability and growth for organizations. And Union Bank is a good example of that.
We understand why the global economy is moving to a more smart, cleaner way. I think for the Union Bank team, their challenge is it's an existing structure. So their plan over the long term is to slowly ensure the building is greener, is cleaner, and is smart. So what we've started introducing to the SpaceNXT floor is a couple of things which I'll mention. The first thing is connectivity. In today's world, post-COVID, everybody should be able to work remotely. What's unique about this space is, compared to other spaces, you can work remotely from every single space. All meeting rooms have the right tools, technology, software, apps, and tools to allow people to connect and have meetings to the point whereby it's not compulsory for everyone to be in the office. As you can see today, it's not a full house, so majority of the work is still being done and meetings are being held remotely. Another key insight from the client is overall, the cost of power. What we've done is the primary lighting in the space, majority of it is motion censored. So the idea is when the space is not fully being used or utilized, the lights dim down. If there's any motion detected, then the lights come on. Also, what we've done is water supply in specific areas in the restrooms and sanitary fittings. Majority of them are either motion censored or push pump. This is just to allow for reduced wastage in the space and also to reduce cost. The clients are looking to introduce other smarter technologies coming down with their Demola proto area, whereby they can showcase tools using 3D printers, depending on what apps are developed or what startups are working in the space. So what we've done at the moment is for the short term to medium term, and what the clients are looking to introduce will be the long term, and it's supposed to transcend the standard for their head office building going forward.
With the establishment of the SpaceNXT Hub, Union Bank is reinventing itself as a dynamic financial service group that is ready to collaborate with the fintech industry and embrace emerging technologies. It is expected that it will serve as a launchpad for startups and products that will create value for bank and the economy at large.